Yes, this is Transformation Thursday, you guys. This is always going to be about you. This isn't featuring someone who has a transformation. In fact, this is all about you getting your own. What are the tools that help you to personally have your breakthroughs? That's what we're going to talk about. And this is maybe the fourth one that we've done, fourth week, since DDPY launched us into this 55 plus community. Phenomenal. Thank you, you guys. And of course, I create these specifically for you guys and then put them up to my YouTube channel so others can see them as well if they wanted to. But so we've been going down the Smackdown sheet because it is our goals. We don't just accidentally wake up in one morning and say, wow, that was impressive. I just got my mobility back. Or, wow, I just got on the scale. I just happened to have lost 15 pounds. Sadly, that stuff doesn't actually happen. It happens because we set the goals and we do specific steps en route to that. So we already covered S, we covered M. Guess what today is? Yeah, it could be A. You betcha. Okay, so here we're going to go in, and of course, we're going to talk about how you can tell if your goal is achievable or not. When you're setting those first two, S and M, how do you know that they're achievable? Because that's what A is. Are they achievable in the time frame you set? So we're going to talk about how you going to know that. And there's a couple of good tips we're going to talk to on there. And we're going to talk about mindset. And I will tell you, it is because it's wonderful that we are 55 plus and up, right? I'm 68. We have people in here much older than me and much younger to the 55, right? We have an advantage that we have all this experience, right? But we have a disadvantage that we have all this experience. That's a disadvantage too, because some of us might say, you know what? I've set a lot of goals. I'm not going to set anymore because they don't work for me. I beat myself up. And so I don't want to set a goal. So I'm going to let you hear from DDP himself in just a moment and why that is that we beat ourselves up. It isn't worth beating ourselves up, but the goal is worth at least setting. So we're going to go in. I'm going to do a quick screen share with all of you here. Let's see. I want to go. Whoops. Okay, we're going to share these. I'm going to put this down because we'll go to that next. Of course, this is Transformation Thursday. We are in here as a family. I'm so proud of every one of you. You've been posting phenomenal questions and people are leaving great answers for you. You're posting workouts, you're posting walks and hikes and thought process, and it's profound within here, you guys. Absolutely profound. Now we're going to step in to letter A this week, which is achievable. It's a real thing, you guys. If you did S and you did M, now you're to A, and you have to answer this question to yourself. Is your goal realistic and achievable in the time frame you've set? So now you're evaluating your S and your M, your specific goals, your measurable parts of that, and now you have to answer this question. And there's only one way you're going to be able to answer it, and that is A, did you make it so low that it didn't motivate you and it was just way too easy? Or did you make it too hard and you cannot actually believe you're going to hit that goal? Either one of those actually won't work. So is your goal realistic? It will be if you personally found your sweet spot. What's in the middle of too easy and too hard to believe in? That's your sweet spot, and you're the only one that can determine that, right? But it has to be actionable steps that you had up above, because if they're not actionable, you don't actually know if they're achievable, because you have no way along your journey, week by week and month by month, to actually measure, did it work or did it not work? So it's incredibly important that these are actionable steps in both S and M so that you know that they're achievable. And you also have to make sure they're not dependent on another person, because you can't control another person. All these goals have to be our own and dependent on ourselves, right? So, but I was very honest with you guys that the biggest thing is how, because of our age, we may have set goals and failed at them in the past, and now we just question our own, gee, do I have what it takes? So for that reason, I absolutely want to have you hear from Coach himself. I often take, so this is my landing page. I always mention, I don't know where my phone is right now. Oh, here it is. I always mention when you log in, you can log in from your phone, your iPad, big computer like I'm using right now, anything. And wherever you log in, you're going to see everything about your app, your specific photos, everything. Okay, so I'm going to take you across to DDP TV. I always encourage you to go to this, you guys. Not only, if you look the 3 levels down where you're seeing the weekly guide, I clung to every week. So there's 13 weeks, right, on any program. Even if you're doing a custom, it's going to run 13 weeks. Then it's going to ask you after 13 weeks, it's going to say, hey, do you want to, what program do you want to try next, right? But within there, if you're doing custom and you haven't even watched these, if you're like, let's say you're on week 9 of your custom, I would open this up, hear what DDP has to say at the 9-week mark. This stuff is profound, you guys. I'm not going to play it because hopefully you've all been watching them, and they're not just stuck in as fluff in our programs, our personal programs. They're stuck in there because they're of value. When you're beginning this program, you want to watch those. But what I want you to see as it relates to goals and how we can beat ourselves up because of our age group, just thinking how many times we may have failed in the past, right? I want you to go to Motivate. I'm going to go to Motivational Mondays, and you can go to all kinds of those anyway. And I'm going to take you to one that I think really speaks volumes to us right now about our goals and our mindset and how we need to adjust that. Here's one that DDP does very quick. It's called Mindset Dictates Our Success. So we can do the Smackdown sheets, but our mindset, how we keep our head going, will determine if those goals on that sheet happen. And listen to Coach DDP. It's everything he says is profound, but I love this one.
"97% of the things we stress ourselves out about never happen. No one can do more damage to you than you. The positive side, no one can inspire you more than you. It's our mindset. Your success is going to be dictated how you react and adapt to the person."
Oh, yeah. Thank you, DDP. So as we start down this journey of our Smackdown sheets, and we are now moving along, there will be adversity. I've shared with you guys before. I don't know right off the top of my head now, but like day 15, I fell in the driveway. My goals had to be readjusted because I hurt my lower back. Day 50 something, was doing a knee dropper, my knee locked. I had to kind of adapt. So when you reach all the adversities of your journey, you guys, it is all about you getting your mindset right so you can keep moving forward with your goal sheet. And I wanted to give one example of how I set goals as it related. I only got started with this actually for mobility, right? I couldn't walk anymore. So I was even doing the golf cart across the street to deliver food to people. So I got in for mobility. I was morbid obese, right? 250 plus pounds, right? But that didn't seem to bother me because I still liked me. Even big, I liked me, right? Now, quite a bit different, 80 some pounds smaller. Now everything is fun, right? But walking was one of my key goals. And how did I measure that? I actually put into place every single week. I needed to average at least 1 more step a day. So in other words, 7 more steps that week. So I held myself accountable. I knew if I could walk 1 more step every single day, those steps would add up. And I believed I could go from no mobility to 6 months later that I could average 10,000 steps a day. But because my belief system was so high in the belief in what DDP was teaching, what this DDPY program is, was so high that I actually passed that goal nearly a month early. So make sure your goals are measurable, because that's what motivated me. I'm like, wow. And it was tearful sometimes, because like, wow, I can't believe I managed to get that many steps in. But each thing drives you further. So have a transformation yourself. I know you've got it in you. You are more than enough. You can achieve your goals. Have a fantastic transformation Thursday. And tomorrow, of course, is Fabulous Friday. Always different. We switch it up. I'm telling you what, look forward to seeing you on Friday. Love you tons. Have a dynamite day.